This, let's hope we got this angle good. Hello everybody, this is Mohsin Khan speaking here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please share, subscribe, like and all them kind of things. But yeah, today's topic, we're going to be talking about the internal racism, the internal prejudice, the discrimination, the not so good stuff that goes on within the Asian community. So a lot of people who are watching are probably from the Asian community, and if you're not, then yeah, feel free to listen in, because yeah, I'm gonna go over a few things on this one.
Flawless victory.
We love Black America, yeah, on screen and our living rooms. But if a black man walks into your living room or wants to date, God forbid, marry your daughter, you call the cops.
It's about time that we had this uncomfortable conversation, or we brought out the kind of uncomfortable truth. I'm sure anybody who's watching that is from the Desi community will be able to relate and agree to a lot of things. This has been something that's been on my mind for so long, and it came alight to me when I was getting married and in the pursuit of me trying to marry my current wife. And yeah, so basically I'm Pakistani and my missus is Bengali. Yeah, British Pakistani, British Bengali, but you know what I mean, right? And when we were trying to get married all them years ago now, let me tell you, a lot of people that are not from that, basically a lot of white people, when I told this when I explained to white people how it was for me, they couldn't actually believe it. They couldn't actually believe it. Yeah, they thought, all right, there's India, there's Pakistani, Bengali. They just all thought that we just generally all kind of get along, and that yeah, all right, you're marrying someone who else is brown and Asian, should be all right. Now, so absolutely not. Imagine in the 70s or something, you're a white guy, you bring a black girl home, and your parents are looking at you, and everyone's looking at you, what are you doing? And she's deemed to be some sort of an alien of some sort. That's exactly how it felt like for me. That's exactly how it felt like. And it's been on my mind since then, because I was made aware of how bad our discrimination is within the Asian culture. It pretty much goes off the color palette. That the darker some people are, then the more looked down they are upon as well. The more people look down on them as well. And it just and ever since then I've just been made aware of it more and more. So I'm going to jump into a few points. So we'll start. I'm going to start right there then. So as a Pakistani, and we tend to look down on the Bengali community. We tend to look down on a lot of communities as well, and particularly the Bengali, where I came from, an area where there's a lot of Pakistanis, a lot of Bengalis as well, and for some reason or the other, the Pakistanis just seem to think they were better than them. Not too sure what it's about, but apparently we think that the Bengalis are, because they eat fish all the time, they have all this smelly food, they have smelly barn in their mouth, they are darker than us apparently, they're short or whatever it could be. We thought we were better than them because of these reasons. And therefore, when you bring a Bengali girl home, or if you're a woman, you bring a Bengali guy home, all of a sudden, it's like, what's this thing that you're doing? We're higher than them. Do you know what I mean? We look down upon them. Why would you bring that into the house for? What's that about? Horrible behavior. And then, us as Asians, because we're a minority, so sometimes we're a minority living in the West, living in Britain, we can be like, oh, white people aren't accepting us. You know, the people of this country, they're not accepting us. Oh, they're discriminating against me. They said this to me. They looked at me like that in a certain way, or whatever. It's very hypocritical from us. Very hypocritical, because we want the whole world to accept us, but we can't even accept our own. We cannot accept our own. There's a Bengali guy down the road, there's an Indian guy in the mosque, or whoever it could be. We look at them as different. It's nuts. We tend to treat somebody else so differently just because of where they're from. they're not even that distinctly different than us. Yes, a slightly different language and slight bits of change in the kind of culture, but generally there's way more in common than us. There's way more in common we have than what splits us apart, you see. I don't know if this is the effects of British colonialism. It may well be divide and conquer, and we're still divided, but it's very, very extremely hypocritical from us, and that's my point. We can't expect the whole world to come and accept us when there's so many issues we have with it within ourselves. We can't accept ourselves. And now I want to mention a topic of within the Desi community, so Pakistan, India, Bengali, whoever it may be, it's always deemed as when somebody is lighter skinned, they're more beautiful apparently, and they're better than others. Honest to God, I'm going to play this clip from you now from Hassan Minhaj, because this is so true.
Could be the same knee of oppression that killed George Floyd? Look, I can't speak to what it's like to be black, but I know how we talk about black people. And it is fucked up because it is a microcosm of America. Asians, we love seeing black excellence. Barack, Michelle, Jay, Beyonce, give me the Travis Scott 4s. We spent the last 5 weeks praying at the altar of Michael Jordan. How could we be afraid? We love black America. Yeah, on screen and our living rooms. But if a black man walks into your living room or wants to date, God forbid, marry your daughter, you call the cops. Dude, do you know what we call black people? We call them kala. It means black, not in a good way. If someone in your family is dark-skinned, we clown them. We call them kallu. Look at kallu. Our Bollywood stars do skin whitening commercials so we don't look black. Thank you, Britain. It is bad to be black in Desi culture, even though we all wish we were black. You don't think that affects how we view black people? 20% of Muslims in America are black. We don't even like praying at the same mosques. If they show up at the masjid, we're like, yo, is Farrakhan here? That is the great hypocrisy. We love seeing how high a black person can ascend in America, but we have done nothing.
Everything he says there is absolutely bang on. The beauty products that we have in the Asian communities, what's that about? Everybody is so white. Everybody looks like Michael Jackson. And then this is so embedded within the culture of these countries that if you are white, if you are lighter skinned, apparently you are more beautiful. And if you're dark, there's something wrong with you. Is that bad that if there's a baby born and he or she is dark, I swear they'd be asking if this kid's cursed or something. It is that bad. Honestly. They'll just outright say, oh yeah, this one's dark. I'm going to read this quote out here for you. Okay. And this is what the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said. All mankind is from Adam and Eve. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, nor does a non-Arab have any superiority over an Arab. A white has no superiority over a black, nor does a black have any superiority over a white, except by piety and good action. Yeah. And the reason why I'm bringing religion into this as well is because we as Asian Muslims as well, so I can speak for us, I can't speak for any other religion within the Asian community, but we love it when we're talking about Bilal Raziyallahu anhu. That was one of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and he was the first person to deliver the call to prayer that you'll hear in Arab countries publicly, and he was the first person to call that out. And we love hearing about these stories. I love it when Muhammad Ali reverted to Islam, and then he gave himself the name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. He's very representative and proud of being a Muslim, and we love that about him. And we pride ourselves that we've got someone like that, someone who, yeah, is brilliant, isn't it? But yeah, second, if you want to bring a black girl home or a black guy home, if you're a woman, they're gonna call the cops on you. Like you see in that video, they will actually call the cops on you. They'll be like, "What's wrong?" And just touching on Arabs as well. I'm aware that there's a lot of discrimination and there's a whole hierarchy system going on within the Arab community as well. You know, Arabs, Moroccans, Algerians, such and such. I have people I know in UAE as well. They talk about it as well. How there's that whole kind of system going on there as well. That hierarchy, and it all goes off the economy of the country. So basically, the richer the countries are, the people from that country act like they're better than the others. Again, a lot of fixing up we need to do within our communities. And I'm not Arab as well, but I must say there's definitely are Arab people as well that do look down upon the Asians as well. I definitely have felt like a lot of times in my life there are Arabs that seem to have a superiority complex over anybody that isn't. And just as a disclaimer, I'm not talking about every single person from each of the community members I've talked about here. So please don't get offended. It's just there is a lot of these stereotypes that do go on. There's a lot of truth and reality in what I'm saying, hence why I'm doing this video. I'm not doing it for no reason at all. And yeah, so please do not get try to not get offended. I'll put the word try. What happens is when we do have a black person that reverts to the religion of Islam, and then they are trying to get married, they are told by people of the Asian community to go look within their own community. Do you know what I mean? Don't come after my daughter, don't come after my niece or nephew or whoever. Go look within your own community. Again, contradictory. Again, hypocritical. Again, a lot of Desi people are Muslims as well. No, not all, but a lot of us are, and we're not representing our culture and our religion right if we do such acts. Another thing which needs to be talked about as well is the way us British Asians here, we will look down on the freshies. Yeah? For anyone that doesn't know what a freshie is, what a mango is, when somebody's a Pakistani or Indian, that basically means fresh off the boat from that country, and you know, they got a bit of an accent, they do a little bit of this or whatever. Yeah. And this is a message for myself, because I've 100% done this. I've 100% done this, and a lot of people have done this as well. We tend to look down on them. Do you know what I mean? Just because they got an accent, just because they dress a certain way or whatever, we're being hypocritical. I've been hypocritical as well. Because again, I can't ask for the whole world to accept me and to accept who I am and my people if I can't even accept in my own. You know, just because somebody can't speak because somebody can't speak the language correctly or with the accent you like, doesn't mean they're daft. Doesn't mean it's a lack of intelligence. A lot of fixing up we need to do here. As a conclusion, I'm glad that as the generations are moving on, it actually is becoming more common to see us integrating in more. Of course, probably the best sign of it is not only friendships but like integrated marriages as well. I've seen a lot of Bengalis, Pakistanis. You'll go on TikTok and I'll see a video about a Nigerian guy and a Bengali guy, and it's beautiful to see. I think slowly but surely where we're kind of overcoming them preempted thoughts, that prejudice, that racism, whatever it could be. So I think it's getting better as each generation goes on, because usually what happens is as the generation above will always poop on the generation below them, saying they can't do this and this and this. But yet in a lot of ways they're actually more more inclusive, live the values that we should be living just as humans, not only as, you know, not only as Desis, not only as Muslims, but just as humans as general, how we actually should be more inclusive, more thoughtful. If you understand what I'm saying. I will do another video one day on the story of my marriage and everything like that. I'm happy to do a video of that. That's one of the reasons why I started YouTube, to do authentic content like this, authentic kind of storytelling as well. But yeah, that's all I had today. Thank you very much, guys. Please do not like, please do not subscribe to, please do not share, please do not do any of these things. I'm a really big YouTube channel, content creator, YouTuber, as you can tell, and I don't need it at all because I already generate so much revenue. Please do subscribe. Please. I'll catch you with the next one.
Fatality.